Hey there, so today is Wisdom Wednesday, and I want to share a big lesson that I've learned from doing my fast, and hopefully you will be able to apply this to your own life. So as you know, I am doing a 3-day liquid fast, and I am definitely over halfway of doing the fast, and please excuse me if I am talking slow. It's actually because I'm actually feeling the effects a lot right now. But what I want to share with you I think is really important, so just bear with me while I do this. Okay, so there may be something that you are trying to do and have wanted to do, but the thought of doing it has kept you stuck. So the thought of doing it has prevented you from actually doing that thing. So for me, the thought of going without food for 3 days absolutely terrified me. So, whilst I was shopping for bits and pieces for the fast, I bought some fruit and I bought like some veggies just in case I got hungry. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong necessarily about getting those things, but really it's about the thought process that I had behind it. Because I became aware of a number of ways that my thoughts were really causing me lots of anxiety about starting it. So on the actual day of the fast, I was, blooming terrified, to be honest with you, because I was like, oh my gosh. It's one thing to say it and another thing to do it. So you may be at this place where you're really motivated and inspired to do something and you've been saying it, but you haven't really been able to start it. What you need to understand is that your thoughts are potentially blocking you. And when you understand that, then you have the opportunity to overcome that. So, for example, one of my thoughts was, I'm not good at fasting. I'm not a fasting person. So basically, what I was saying to myself is that the world is split into people who can fast and people who can't fast. And I'm not a person who can fast, and therefore, I'm not going to be able to do this. So that thought was blocking me from doing the fast because it was producing a lot of anxiety within me. Another thought that I found myself having was, what am I going to do when I feel down? Because I tend to be a comfort eater. I tend to eat food for emotional reasons. And so the thought that I wouldn't be able to eat when I wanted to really had me feeling quite anxious because, I turn to food a lot for comfort. So that was something else that rose up for me with the potential to stop me from actually starting the fast. And lastly, and this is maybe one that you can relate to if you have an autoimmune or chronic health condition. Another thought that I had was, I've got my health to think about. It's unsafe and impractical for me to fast because it could have a knock-on effect on my health, so I'll be worse off for doing it. So what I realised was that I was having all of these thoughts that were stopping me from doing something that I wanted to do. And behind these thoughts are different beliefs. And fundamentally, the belief that I had was saying, I'm not the kind of person that can do this. This isn't for me. It's for somebody else. It's not going to work for me because I'm not the kind of person that can do this. Something is going to go wrong if I try to do this. Okay. So fundamentally, behind the thoughts that we have that stop us are some limiting beliefs that we have. Some beliefs that say that we can't, or that we shouldn't, or something can go wrong, or we're inadequate in some way, and that's why we find ourselves not being able to move forward and take action. The only way that you can really move past this is by challenging those thoughts and beliefs that you have. So here I am, more than 36 hours into the fast, and I have to say that it's been a lot easier than I thought it would be. Not to say that it hasn't been difficult and that I haven't felt tired or anything like that, because I definitely have, but it hasn't been what I had created it in my mind to be. And so because I'm at this stage now I can begin to challenge those original thoughts and beliefs that I had about not being able to fast, about what could go wrong, about the type of person I am versus the type of person I am not. And why this is important is because I'm compiling evidence. And so next time when it comes to doing something like this, I can pull out this evidence and weigh up against those negative thoughts and limiting beliefs and say, look, here's the evidence that I can do this. And here's the evidence that it didn't have a negative effect on my health. And here's the evidence that, I survived without certain types of food. So I invite you to think about something that you really want to do in 2017, or something that you really want to do right now, and begin to examine the thoughts and beliefs that might be stopping you from doing those things. And then I want you to set a goal to challenge yourself in just one area in a really simple way, okay? So that you can start to collect evidence that goes against some of those negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that you have. Take care. God bless.